Hi, welcome to Hatching Chickens, Lesson 1. There's an old riddle that goes, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I bet you can guess. We know it's the chicken, and I'd like to read to you how I know that. I'm going to turn you around so you can see what I'm reading and what we'll be learning about today. Genesis chapter 1, verse 20. And God said, let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky. So God created the great creatures of the sea, and every living thing with which the water teems and that moves about in it, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, be fruitful and increase in number and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth. And there was evening and there was morning, the fifth day. So, God created the birds, and as in all animals, God created a way for the birds to make new birds. That's what's going to be happening as we do our chickens. First thing I'd like to talk to you about is that as in all creatures, God designed it so that there has to be a father and a mother to make babies. A male chicken is called a rooster. A female chicken is called a hen. Roosters are a little bit bigger. They have more tail feathers. They have a bigger thing that hangs under their beak called a wattle, and a bigger thing that stands up on top of their head called a comb. When chicks are first hatched, you really can't tell who's a boy and who's a girl. They have to get a little older. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is because you do not have to be afraid to eat eggs from the store. The eggs from the store are made on a farm or laid on a farm where there are only hens, no roosters. They're never going to be chicks. The eggs we have come from a farm where there was a rooster and a hen, so these could become chicks. Again, no guarantee. So it's still safe to eat your store eggs. And did you notice the colors? We have brown, light brown, dark brown. Some of the eggs might even be a little green or blue. And that's because chickens, like people, come in all different kinds of shapes and colors. We are raising Chanticleer chickens, and this might not focus very well, but you can see all the different colors of Chanticleers. This man's name right here is my neighbor that provided us with the eggs, so maybe our birds will look kind of like that. Now, we have to be the mother or the hen. What does a hen do to hatch her chicks? She keeps the eggs warm for 21 days. And nothing is going to happen to these eggs until a hen would start to set on them. A hen will usually lay one egg a day, maybe not even one a day, maybe one every other day, until she gets a full clutch. And a clutch is usually 12 eggs. That's why we have the dozen. Nothing's going to happen inside that egg until she starts to keep them warm. How will the hen keep them warm? With her body. She'll sit on them. We are going to keep our chicks warm in a machine called an incubator. I have 2 incubators. This one, and this one already has eggs in it from the ones started this morning. We keep them, I don't know if you can see it, close to 99 or 100 degrees, which is the exact temperature of a chicken. Another thing that the hen does is turn the eggs. She will roll them over, put the ones on the outside in the middle. She'll do this a number of times every day. Why? To keep them developing properly. Imagine if you were laying in your bed at night. Do you lay in the same spot all night, or do you have to roll over to get comfortable? What if you lay it on the same side for 21 days? That's 3 weeks. Would you get a little squished and one side might get a little frozen or stiff? That's what the chick would happen in the egg too if it doesn't get turned. She will also keep the eggs a little moist, mostly with the moisture from her body. So in our incubators, one incubator has an egg turner in it. Can you see that little white basket underneath that's holding the eggs? It almost looks like an egg carton, but that will turn. It'll move very slowly this way and very slowly that way to tilt the eggs so that they aren't laying on one side all the time. I only have one egg turner, so for these eggs, I will have to lift the cover and take my fingers and turn them every day, multiple times a day, 3 or 5 times a day. One of the things that'll help me keep track is that on each side, on one side of each egg, I have made a little, let's see if I can find it here, an X. If the X is up, then I'll know which ones I've turned because they'll all turn down. Next time I'll turn them so all the X's are showing. These are the eggs that we will be starting, and we need to put them in the incubator. I have washed my hands because these eggshells, like skin really, lets water in, lets water out, and lets germs in too. So I don't want these eggs to get any of my germs. I will be picking them up, putting them inside the incubator, and getting started. In the bottom, remember how I said we needed moisture? I don't have a chicken here with a body to keep it moist. But in the bottom of the incubator, let's see if I can get the lid up here while holding the iPad. There. I have my thermometer sitting on top of some Easter eggs, so it's at the top of where the eggs would be. There is a little pool for water underneath there, and there's some water in there to keep some moisture for the eggs. I'll be putting the eggs in here, putting the lid on, keeping them warm. And 21 days from now, I'm keeping them turned. 21 days from now, 3 weeks, we will start to get some chicks. That is lesson 1. We'll meet again in a week to do some candling and see what's happening inside the egg.